coming to you live. I guess today is February 2nd, Groundhog Day. Seems fitting if you've seen the Bill Murray classic cult movie Groundhog Day, about things repeating over and over and over and over again. February 2nd, 2025. I just got back from church and I wanted to do a very quick video just highlighting the fact that I will be doing another live this evening at 9:45, but there's breaking news early this morning, I think 8:30 a.m. I might have the time, may not be precisely right on the time, but I believe it was around 8:30 a.m. this morning when there was another incident involving a plane in the United States of America, this time in Houston, Texas. I don't know what, when I believe the report I just saw said 8:30 a.m. I don't know whether that's Central Time, Eastern Time, what time zone, but this morning in Houston, Texas, a plane, as it was taxiing, as it was taking off, I guess doing its final, heading down the runway to take off, experienced engine trouble and then apparently caught on fire. There is video available that's circulating that shows a wing of the plane on fire. Someone with I'm assuming a cell phone type video camera, aiming their camera over the wing and showing flames or smoke at any rate. And it's being reported that the plane was actually on fire. It's further being reported that there are no fatalities, no casualties, no injuries. However, for everyone paying attention, obviously now this is 3 incidents involving aircraft, the third incident involving aircrafts. I forget how many days it was ago now, 4 or 5 days ago, when that plane, that small passenger aircraft flying out of, or rather on approach to Reagan National Airport in Washington, D.C., was struck by a Black Hawk helicopter, plunging into the icy waters of the Potomac River. That was the first incident. The second incident just happened a day or two ago now, with involving this Air Medevac Learjet Model 55 that still don't have many details on that. Was it catastrophic structural failure of some description that caused it to plunge out of the sky? Practically many, I said as much in a video I did talking about it, that it certainly, when I saw the video, this doorbell cam video, it looked to me like a rocket or a missile coming down, massive fireball. And now we have this third incident. And at the same time, I just came across a video that's from a couple of days ago, echoing some things that I have said about with respect to the drone. And I'm speculating about the potential that there is a tie-in between all this drone activity that was witnessed predominantly over New Jersey, but other states as well, along the East Coast, as well as in other locations across the United States. There have been a number of reports of these drones. Ground zero seemed to be New Jersey, and in particular the New Jersey coast. But it leads one to wonder. I came across a news story a while ago speculating on or reporting on the potential for foreign players to be involved in attempts to sabotage commercial aviation in the United States of America. And there is so much news out there coming from all directions. I've got CO Jamalik writing, and this had occurred to me as well. Thank you for writing it down, though, Jamalik, that everything happens in threes. So this is the third incident. The first one involving 2 aircraft, a small commercial airliner going from, I think it was, that one was from Wichita, Kansas. Hey, Danny's here from Montreal. CO Jamalik. I've always assumed CO Jamalik is an American, but I don't know if indeed she is American, or, and assuming she is, what part of the U.S., but I know Danny's in Montreal, Canada, Quebec, Canada. As I say, I just got home from church. I checked the news before going to church, didn't see anything. Now there's this report out of Houston. So that's number three. The question I have is there going to be more? And I'm going to be talking a lot about this tonight on my live. I'll be going live in and around 9:45 p.m. I'm not scheduling it ahead of time. I'll set it up around 9:30 or so. At that point, notifications and things will go out. But if you want to keep an eye on my channel, if you want to join in on that, CO Jamalik writes Florida, aka Florida, Floridian. Very good. I'm getting a number. Brett Skinner is from Wyoming. Hank Holiday joins in frequently from Texas. Now I got Florida. Maybe we can get all 50 states represented, and maybe some U.S. territories like Puerto Rico and U.S. Virgin Islands. Danny's writing about a plane that leaves the airport at 6:06 and the crash killed 666. That would be the one in Philadelphia, because there were 6 individuals on board. I think in terms of the Philadelphia crash, now that the news cycle is moving so fast that news events that used to linger in the news cycle for at least days and often a week, often for weeks. Now it's like they're replaced and they're pushed down below the fold in very short order. The assassination attempt on Donald J. Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania, that happened. I guess that was in the summer. What was that, August, September? I don't even remember the day now. I remember when Ronald Reagan, when there was an attempt made on his life by John Hinckley Jr. in the early days of Reagan's presidency. That story lingered in the news cycle for a month or 2 or 3. James Brady, and I forget what position he held, but in that shooting incident with John Hinckley Jr., Brady was paralyzed. He was rendered, I guess, a paraplegic. And that lingered in the news cycle. But now it seems like every 24 hours, there are things, what we think was a significant event becomes yesterday's news within a matter of hours or a day or two. We haven't fully digested. We don't have the answers on what happened over in the skies over Washington, D.C., over the U.S. Capitol. We don't have, definitive details as to what caused that. And now there's 2 new events. What happened today in Houston, mechanical failure. And there's a tendency, it's possible I may be, and others will probably as well, overblow what happened in Houston. Let's face it, mechanical failure on airplanes has happened, and fires do break out. It's rare, but when it happens in close juxtaposition to 2 other very recent events, the wheels start spinning. And I'm openly speculating about the potential for AI is the big, this expression, the elephant in the room, is getting overused a lot lately. But is AI tied into this drone activity? It's an open question I have. Candy the Wonder Pup is here. Come on up. There she is. I'm in my, what I call the junk room during the day. The normal spot I do my videos gets overexposed because the sliding door in behind faces west and too much sunlight streams in. So at any rate, I will be coming back live tonight at 9:45 p.m. I've got a number of things that I want to talk about, discuss. But certainly, what's happening with all the plane. Who knows? Will something else happen in the interceding hours, in the next 8-9 hours? Are we going to have any more incidents come down? Pray not. But the principle, what I wanted to talk about primarily was watching an exchange in the Senate hearings for confirmation. You've got Gabbard, Patel, Kennedy, and probably some more Trump appointees being grilled by the Senate. And I wanted to center in on I have nothing for you. That's for Candy. I have nothing. She's sticking her nose in the pocket of my coat, because that's where I'll usually hide a TREAT. Anyway, the get out of my pocket. The exchange between Robert Kennedy Jr. and Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, where Sanders was asking Kennedy to commit to making healthcare a human right, to make it basically an unalienable right, something to which every American should be entitled. And speaking as a Canadian who lives in a country with universal health care, I thought I'd lend my perspective on, should healthcare be a human right? Should it be an unalienable right, as is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, to quote the I don't know if that's the Constitution or the preamble. I think it's the opening lines to the U.S. Constitution. And you might be surprised by my answer, perhaps not. As I've mentioned on here before, I did spend roughly close to 10 years of my youth growing up in the United States, in New York, New Jersey, and Oregon, although I don't remember much in New York City aside from visits going back to see friends, family friends, neighbors that we used to have. Anyway, I'm rambling. Keep this one a short video. Thank you for watching. If you hit the subscribe button, you'll be notified when that goes live. And Danny, Sioja Malik, and anyone else who showed up and has hit the like button for me now, thank you for the endorphin dopamine rush you give me in the head. Woohoo. And we'll talk to you tonight, 9:45 p.m. in keeping with Sunday. God bless. May the Lord bless and keep. I end all my videos this way. May the Lord bless and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and lift up his countenance upon you. And may the Lord be gracious to you, and may he grant you peace. Crazy times that we're living in, but when you abide in Christ, you're covered by the blood of the Lamb. And unless you get into his word, you'll never know how precious that is. So I'll leave you be. God bless. We'll talk to you very soon in, I guess, 8-9 hours.